you guys missed Monday's video, we broke down the best skill-based passing tutorial on Madden 23 YouTube. I would highly recommend that you guys go over there and check that out, because today's video is going to show you guys how to lab pass leads based off of release of your wide receiver. This is something that you guys cannot do with the classic style passing in Madden 23, so you guys need to get on the freeform train right now. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? Hey, from the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to read releases and start to freeform some passes with the target passing mechanic. I think one of the things a lot of players don't quite grasp about Madden 23 quite yet is that with this game, you're really kind of penalized for using classic passing. You have to learn how to use the SBP, or the skill-based passing, to throw balls into open turf. And this doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. It's the same type of concept that can be applied. What I want to do is kind of start to explain to you guys how to lab this process. Basically, is called open turf or open field passing. And really what this is taught to wide receivers and quarterbacks to drop back and kind of read the grass and find where there's a lot of green. So when you guys do this, it doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. When you read this, obviously there's a lot of green in this area of the field. So what we're doing here is we're using the inside release of a C route here in this particular video, and then kind of target passing or freeforming it to the inside. Now, if you guys recall, on Monday, we did a video based on my settings. We talked about how I have placement and accuracy far in 12 out of 20. However, reticle speed is something that is going to be dictated by your quarterback's release animation. So the other day I was using Kirk Cousins, who has generic 3. It's got a little bit more of a wind up than, say, a slinger animation does. But Tom Brady actually has a very, very fast wind up himself. So this could be a situation where if I were using a guy like Brady, simply because he's got the ability to put guys on C routes, even though this play has a stock one, I might actually have to tune up or down the reticle speed based off of his release animation. If you feel like it's such a fast release that you can't get the ball into a spot that you want, you basically have to turn up the speed to get the reticle out there further. So what I'm going to do here is kind of show you what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the ball inside. And you see right there that with the far setting on there, I'm able to kind of get the ball to a point and it's capped. And what we could do here is, this is okay. I'm able to really get this inside. I mean, it's basically just a hard inside pass lead. If I hold it as hard as I can, it'll go too far. So, you know, there's a couple of different options here. We could either turn up our reticle speed, or we could turn the freeform reticle max distance to no max. So if we go no max, this is going to give us full control to be able to throw this ball anywhere we want, which could lead to, if you guys aren't careful, some more interceptions, but you have a little bit more freedom. You see right here, I can lead the ball super over the middle because it doesn't lock us at a certain distance away from the gray circle. So that's what it means by the no max on this. Now, for certain throws, no max might be great, but for other throws, you might just want to go up on the reticle speed. So I mentioned that sometimes I'll take my reticle speed up between 10 and 14, depending on release or how I'm feeling on a given day. So we'll try a little bit higher reticle speed. And the truth is, sometimes you're going to hit quarterbacks where their release just isn't great for a specific freeform pass. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and throw the ball. You see right there, that actually, by tuning the speed up, allowed me to use the same pass lead, but the freeform reticle speed went so much further downfield because it was a faster reticle. So you saw that that changed the throw completely with the same exact pass lead. This is basically akin to, if you guys play first-person shooter games, if you guys have a sensitivity on your crosshairs, this is basically what that is in passing form. So the same pass lead that was throwing the ball body relative in those intro clips that I showed you, by tuning up our reticle speed, I'm now throwing the ball so the guy is getting more open over the middle and not getting hit where you're relying on a catch and traffic rating. This is just a regular catch and we stay on our feet getting upfield. So this is something that you guys are going to be able to do pretty routinely. So you notice right there, that ball was still kind of a catch in traffic. But what's great about this mechanic is that you guys are going to be able to throw these balls body relative, and EA gives a significant catch in traffic bonus if your receiver basically has a box out on the guy that is playing him. So again, you see right here, I can throw the ball into a good spot where I'm either going to hold on to it in traffic, or potentially, if it's a really fine placement, stay on my feet and continue to run down the field. Now, this could be really, really big against certain coverages, especially if they don't have a deep safety help. You guys can understand how this would work. Now, of course, this can also be applied into zone coverage as well. So I want to go ahead and show you guys an example of zone. Again, a C route can be something that you guys can throw with the freeform passing. Against a lot of coverages, you got to really understand how the windows work. So right here, I'm going to throw a C route. I'm going to put the running back on a route out to the flat real quick. And maybe we just put the tight end on a drag underneath. But again, you're going to be looking to get the ball kind of up in the seam and see if you can get some jetpack animations up the field. So you see that I was very easily able to get that inside release component of this route against the outside third. Well, what's an outside third going to do? It's going to basically play outside leverage because there's a middle third to the inside. That's where his help is. So now I've got this inside release. I can then freeform it into this area of the field, hopefully, and get a click on animation for a catch. And it's basically the same throw. So what I'm trying to explain to you guys is that this mechanic is going to completely revamp your game. It's going to allow you to turn routes that you otherwise couldn't throw on Classic into completions based off of the ball placement that you guys are putting on this with this mechanic. So I hope that you guys liked today's video. This is super important. I'm going to be doing a lot of freeform content this year. I think route combos obviously will be stuff that we'll talk about as well. We're not just going to freeform everything down the field. You still have to have good semblance of route combos, but this ought to be part of your progression. You know, you can start to kind of look at the sideline, which is great because it's away from the user. Say, okay, is my freeform there? No? Okay, check it down to your next read in the progression, which doesn't necessarily have to be a freeform pass either. What's really going to be tough is when you get to the point where you can freeform your first read, freeform your second read, and then get to a third read as a check down. So that's kind of just what we're building right here. So make sure that you guys, if you haven't, you guys watch the tutorial from Monday's video. That is going to give you a lot of information if this all sounded like a different language to you. But then you start to apply and build on these concepts and build an offense using this mechanic that then you can add in the route combos that you've learned over the years, whether it be here on the channel or on my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg. Hope you guys liked the video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.